Hey, what up everybody? This is Stephen Breach coming to you here talking about the big news from yesterday about Jushin Thunder Liger is going to be working the upcoming NXT event live from SummerSlam weekend, which is NXT Takeover in Brooklyn. He was one of the big names that was announced that's going to be coming in and working this show. WWE is going to be trying to spicing up NXT any way that it can, with a lot of its big names being moved over to the main roster in the last few months. They're going to have to find a way to try and freshen NXT up to be taking it out on the road. You know, for the longest time, they had stars like Neville, Kevin Owens, you had Charlotte, Sasha Banks, you had Becky Lynch, all of these people that have been moved up to the main roster that are going to be put into the house shows and SmackDowns and your Monday Night Raw, so they're going to be being used up on some of these NXT shows that are going to be going around, so they're going out and trying to find other talent. Jushin Thunder Liger is a talent that, has been on the downhill side of his career. He's been working a lot of shows all around America. He's basically, trying to collect up as much money as he can because he knows any minute now that basically the career is going to be over. This will be Jushin Thunder Liger's first time having connection working with WWE. I know there is some sort of bad feelings which is going down right now, honestly, with Jushin Thunder Liger being a New Japan Pro Wrestler. New Japan has a tie with Ring of Honor, who sort of has this working relationship. You've got Michael Elgin, who's, being a part of the G1 this year. You also have the show that's going to be going on SummerSlam weekend, which is against the NXT show, which is using New Japan talent. You've got Shinsuke Nakamura, one of the best wrestlers in the world right now. Honestly, one of the hottest guys. When I'm watching the New Japan shows, he's the one guy that his match always steals a show. He's going to be tag teaming with Jay Lethal, going up against Red Dragon. Okada, your champion of New Japan, is going to be going up against Roderick Strong. And then also your killer elite squad, Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer are coming over, and they're going to be wrestling a match against War Machine. So, honestly, you've got Ring of Honor right now sort of banging their head against the wall, trying to find out why New Japan is loaning one of their wrestlers to the WWE. Are they losing this working relationship right now? Honestly, in my mind, we've got Michael Elgin, who's going over and he's going to be wrestling in the G1 tournament. This is something that he's been working very hard for. It's been one of his career lifelong goals, and it's been something that, some fans of his have even been pushing for. And honestly, to me, now that he's in the G1, I see a lot of people looking around like, I thought this was just a joke, trying to get him to go over there. And now that he's a part of the tournament, people are actually wondering why he's in the tournament and why somebody like Roderick Strong, who's sort of wrestling the best matches of his career. And the weekend when New Japan was here wrestling against Ring of Honor, during those joint shows, Roderick Strong was sort of the MVP of that whole 4-day trip, and he didn't get the invite to be there. So I think it'd be funny if Michael Elgin just got sent over there and basically loses every match as a part of the G1 coming up. But if I'm Ring of Honor, honestly, I'm not worried about one guy going over there. Jushin Thunder Liger has wrestled a lot of shows for Ring of Honor. I think that the big name draw for Ring of Honor of having Jushin Thunder Liger there has sort of worn off. He was sort of like the draw to bring everybody to WrestleMania weekend this year for Ring of Honor, and he went out there and he wrestled a good match. But, Jushin Thunder Liger isn't what he was. I mean, when I remember watching this guy wrestle for WCW, having matches against Brian Pillman, he had one on, I believe, it was on a Super Brawl or something like that. And then he had another one, which was the first match ever for WCW Nitro, a match that more people remember, which I don't think is as good as the match from the pay-per-view that was a few years beforehand. But, this guy was awesome, and he's just not really what he was. But if somebody does get blown away by Liger working the NXT show, they see this on the WWE Network, and they want to go find more Liger matches, more than likely they're going to go into the Ring of Honor history books and try and find matches of him there wrestling the American style, rather than going and signing up for New Japan World and finding out that this guy is used mostly in dark matches, and even New Japan is saying that he's not what he once was. So we'll see what's going down with this. But Jushin Thunder Liger working the NXT show, big name named. I've heard that he's going to wrestle against Tyler Breeze, so we'll see how that works out.